Morning, students. And today we are going to start two revision chemistry chapter carbon and its compounds. Carbon and its compounds is a very important chapter. So in this chapter there are some related questions are also there. But today now we are going to see about covalent bond formations. Covalent bond formations. Okay. So first of all, what is mean by covalent bond? You know what is a covalent bond? Covalent bond means sharing of electrons. Sharing of electrons. Sharing of electrons is called as the covalent bond. That is, the sharing may happen between the same element or the different elements or the different elements. Okay. So the, the bonds which are formed by the sharing of electrons are called as the covalent bonds. In previous chapter, you have seen about the ionic bonds. Ionic bonds, there is a transfer of electrons between one element and other element. But here, the bond formation is formed by the transfer of electrons. Why this transfer happens? For example, you can take carbon. You can take carbon. Carbon. What is atomic number of carbon? You know, atomic number of carbon is 6. Atomic number of carbon is 6. Atomic number of carbon is 6. So how can you write the electronic configuration? Here write as 2 comma K shell 2 and L shell 4. So we can draw a electronic configuration diagram here like this. Okay, electronic configuration diagram we can draw like this. Okay, can you clear out here? Can you able to see of you? Okay. So this is a nucleus. This is a nucleus, and this is another one. So first orbit there are two electrons. Second orbit there are one, two, three, four electrons are there. So to attend the octet, to attend the octet or to complete this orbit, carbon requires another four electrons. Yeah. But in the case of carbon, it is impossible to give out four electrons, because for removing these four electrons from this orbit, it is very difficult. Why? Because total number of electrons is there are six electrons in the orbits, and there are six protons in the nucleus. Six protons in the nucleus. So the six protons will attract each other very strictly, very strongly, very strongly. So it is very difficult to remove these four electrons from their outermost orbit of the carbon. Okay. Similarly, another method is, suppose if we remove photons, the first orbit will contain two, the doublet will be completed here. But when you add these four electrons again, it is impossible to add. Why? Because number of protons in the nucleus is only six. Only six. There are simply six protons. But if we add further four electrons, means total electrons will be how much totally? There will be 4. 6 plus 4, 10 electrons will be there. There will be 10 electrons. But the nucleus has only 6 protons. So this nucleus, that is the 6 protons, cannot hold the 10 electrons. So it is impossible to gain 4 electrons by the nucleus of the carbon. So in both the cases, if we add electrons, okay, it is impossible, because these 6 protons cannot hold these 10 electrons. If we remove these 4 electrons, we want to give a more energy. It requires more energy to remove. This is also impossible. So carbon says what? I can't give anything. I can't also get anything. So I will share you things with you. I will share the things with you, like this carbon is saying. So like this, it undergoes sharing of electrons. I can share with you. I having space here. I can come and give, come and occupy my places like this. I can share you. So this is called as the covalent bond. This is called as the covalent bond. This sharing of electron is called as the covalent bond formations. Not only carbon, many things are going to bonding like this only. Okay. So I will say two examples for covalent bond formations. I'll give two examples. Two examples. One example is I can give water. You can give water, covalent bond formation, single bond formation, covalent bond formation, covalent bond formation, covalent bond formation. What is molecular form of water? Molecular form of water. No, what is that? What is molecular form of water? Anybody can say? Molecular form of water is H2O. So while drawing the electron dark structure for hydrogen, you can draw with nucleus. Atomic number of hydrogen is what? Only one. So the outermost orbit contains only one electron. This is nucleus. So another one, see here, H2O. So another atom of hydrogen having single electron will be there. Now it is going to join with the hydrogen. So simply if you take hydrogen itself, if you take hydrogen itself, so simply you can take instead of water, first of all it says hydrogen, so I say hydrogen, H2. So this H2. So the here it wants one electron to complete the doublet. And this side an atom wants one electron to complete the doublet. So this both will join. They will share their electrons like this. They share their electrons like this. So they complete their doublet. So like this, for single, it is example for the single bond formation of hydrogen. Because two electrons are joining here, we can take as a single bond, single covalent bonds. Covalent bonds are divided into three types: single bond, double bond, and triple bonds. Okay, we can say another example also like for this. And like I can say chlorine also. I give example. Chlorine is chlorine. Chlorine, Cl2. This is a diatomic molecule. Chlorine is a diatomic molecule. Atomic number of chlorine is 17. So it has atomic. What is atomic configuration? It has Cl. Outermost orbit contains only 7 electrons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Another electron, another chlorine will be there. Atomic configuration of that is according to atomic configuration, the outermost orbit contains 6 electrons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So these two will join. They will share the electrons like this. So Cl bond Cl is example for the single bond formations. Single bond formations. Okay. This is single covalent bond formations. Now we can see for the double covalent bond formations. Double covalent bond formation. Double. For double, you can take oxygen O2. So atomic number of oxygen is what? 8. Atomic configuration is equal to 2, 6. 2, 6. So it requires how many electrons to complete the octet? It requires 2 electrons to complete the octet. So I put the oxygen like this O because of the diatomic molecules 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It requires how many electrons? It requires 2 electrons. So another oxygen I put here like this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So these two bonds sharing this oxygen will share the 2 electrons to this oxygen atom, and this oxygen atom will share the 2 electrons to this oxygen atom. Totally make a double bond. So you can write O double bond O. This is example for the double covalent bond formation of the formations. And again, you can go for another example. You can go for triple bond. Already had it this time. Remembering this, that's all. Now you can go for triple covalent bond. What is triple covalent bond? I can take example as a nitrogen, N2, nitrogen. Atomic number of nitrogen is equal to 7. The nitrogen is equal to 7. So electronic configuration is 2, 5. So it requires 3 electrons to complete the octet. So now draw the nitrogen 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And another is a 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, like this. So these three electrons can share their this the nitrogen atoms shares three electrons to this because it requires three electrons to complete the octet. And this nitrogen also requires three electrons to complete the octet. So this both the nitrogen molecules will share their electrons like this. They share their electrons and they form the bonds. So like this it forms the triple bond formations, N triple bond formations. N triple bond formations. So this is example for the triple bond formations. Okay. So like this, you want to draw. First of all, you must know about the atomic numbers. And use atomic numbers, you want to write the electronic configuration. Then the electronic configuration, we can know how much electrons are needed there to complete the doublet or octet. You already know that outermost orbit may contains only 8 electrons to complete the octet. If it contains if it contains 8 electrons, it is attains the stable configurations. Okay, so like this you can draw the electron structure for single bond formations, double bond formations, and the triple bond formations. Okay, any doubt in this? Any doubt in this? Okay, so now we can come to I give example for hydrogen, oxygen, and chlorine separately. Now we can go for water. How it is how water is formed? How water is formed? You can show that. What is the molecular formula of water? Is H2O. Molecular formula of water is H2O. 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 In this H2O, what happens here? See here, hydrogen contains two hydrogens is there. Contains one. Oxygen 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Because the outermost orbit of the oxygen contains only 6 electrons. Now it requires 2 electrons to complete the octet, and hydrogen requires 1 electron to complete the octet. So this will share the electrons. This will go and share the electrons like this. So it forms the H2O. Form the H2O. So like this, the sharing of electrons is called as the covalent bonds. So covalent bonds are actually weak bonds. They have the low melting points. They have the low melting points. It can be easily breakable. But ionic bonds are very strong bonds. Ionic bonds are very, very strong. So in this chapter, in the first part, we are going to see about the covalent bond formation. What is about carbon? How carbon undergoes covalent bond formations? Why carbon undergoes covalent bond formations? And how the covalent bonds are formed. So you can see example for single covalent bond, double covalent bond, and the triple covalent bond. So today, up to this these questions, we can go for revision. Okay. Okay, there are three. There are another three examples. There, example you can take ammonia, you can take carbon dioxide. Okay, like this, there are many three examples. Using the same content, you must do the classwork today now. Okay, you must write the carbon dioxide formations, how the carbon undergoes covalent bond formations. What is the reason for undergoing covalent bond formation in the carbon? Okay, definition for covalent bond and what are the properties of the covalent bond you have to learn today. Thank you, students. Now you can continue your studies.